my dad was at Loyola, he was very involved in a few activities. He was very involved with sodality, which was, for him, I think one of the biggest formations of his sort of Catholic faith and his commitment to social justice, and that came directly from his time after school and time during school working on that.
The Jesuit philosophy still completely infused everything that went on at the school, and I think that philosophy was significant in Paul's life.
We were driving back home after school, and I'd gotten jugged that day, and I was pretty annoyed by it. I didn't think I deserved it. And he was like, I got jugged in my day, and I was shocked. He had to walk around the track and as a duck. Kind of felt pretty good that he had gotten jugged too.
Paul gravitated toward the law because, and these are his words, because he wanted his generation to achieve social justice. I think that's probably a commitment that started right here at Loyola High, and it's one that guided his life. He and David Binder and Paul Berkman got a grant to start the first clinical education program at UCLA Law School, and they were really the three pioneers of that program.
What they created was something really special that has shaped legal education really since then.
Paul wanted children in the legal system to be protected. He wanted them to have a place where they could be safe in whatever kind of legal entanglements they had.
Through his work and the work of many others, we now have the Edmund D. Edelman Children's Courthouse.
As we know, Paul was a great teacher and a great mentor of all of his students. And one of the ways that he did that was to expand what it meant to be a law classroom.
He started an externship program at the Court of Appeal. There was nothing like it. A lot of courts have extern programs. My court has an extern program, and the students come and they simply work during the course of the summer for a judge or a justice. But that wasn't enough for Paul. He created an entire educational component to this externship program.
He really opened the doors to law students from so many different underserved communities and turned that program into the type of program that represented the community that it was serving. Really made it something special.
Some of the externs who came to that program weren't necessarily the best in school. They weren't necessarily top of their class, but they were treated like they were when they came to this program.
They felt that he was their personal mentor. They went to him with their problems, they went to him with their career questions, he helped them find jobs. Every single one of them felt that they were the special extern for him.
Sometimes in the legal system and in the court system, people can get very rigid and very structured, and the rules and regulations are more important than the human beings involved. But for Paul, the human being always came first.
I think there's a thread that weaves through the career path that he had in the law. It is helping people. It is making sure that rights are preserved, and it is making sure that people have the necessities of life that they need to survive.
That thread, that idea that everything you do is for someone else, everything you do is for God, everything you do is for the betterment, I think that really started here.
I really do think that Loyola is special, and that Paul felt Loyola was special because it literally pulls Los Angeles together. It is an incredible training ground for people living in this kind of a diverse community that we have.
Even though Men for Others wasn't really the motto when my dad was at school, the idea of service is sort of the common thread that has bridged those 40 years between us going to Loyola. And at least for me, the idea of service and sort of his model is one of the reasons why I really want to be in public service today. At least I like to think so.
He's just been an outstanding person who has shown a real commitment to the improvement of the administration of justice in our state.
I don't think I've ever met a more beautiful man. There was something so unbelievably giving about him.
Paul made it a point of touching the lives of his students, of his interns, of his clerks, of his colleagues, and we're all better off because he walked down our path.
For Loyola, Paul was always dedicated to us and what we do. We're here tonight because Paul was instrumental in putting this great award ceremony together for the first time. It was his vision and his creativity, along with a group of people, that steered us in the direction of honoring the graduates who have had that impact on the world. Paul not only had that impact on the world, but had that impact on Loyola. And being able to honor him tonight is a fitting tribute to all that he's done for the world and all that his vision continues to do for us as we move forward.